What's going on, everyone? And thank you for tuning in for another episode of JB's Toys and Hobbies, my brand new YouTube channel, and episode 2 of the channel since we're just getting it started. This particular episode is going to be dealing with the 1993 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Tyrannosaurus, the Red Ranger Zord. To give you a little bit of background, this is going to be episode 1 of a 5 to maybe 6 episode series. So I thought, how fun would it be for the YouTube channel and my son if we were to try to collect them individually, finding them on eBay, locally, wherever we might be able to get them, restore them, clean them up, restore them, re-decal them, 3D print, 3D model, 3D print some missing parts like we're going to do on this Tyrannosaurus that's missing the tip of the tail. As you can see, I've already 3D modeled and 3D printed a new tail tip for it, and I'll show you some of that process in the video. But with that said, let's jump right into it.
All right, and here we go. So this is the Red Ranger's Tyrannosaurus Zord. This is going to be the part 1 of the video, such as the intro said. But I do want to say that, again, I'm trying to maintain a budget build with my son because I purposefully want to have to kind of, restore them. Work on them, clean them up, touch them up with paint, replace parts, just to make good content for the channel and have a little bit of fun and to maintain that budget. With this being the number 1, I have to say we got a really good deal on this one. Was searching on eBay, had a couple of them that I was bidding on, a couple of them had some buy it now prices, and I'll give you a snippet right here from eBay where we actually ended up winning the auction on this one for like $4.99. However, I do want to say that although in the video now it was in great shape, but I want you to see how, kind of dirty and you see the residue from the old stickers and such. I didn't cover the cleanup in this episode because I decided to launch this YouTube channel after I had already started working on it. But as you can see here, everything is cleaned up and looking great. But the step 1 that we're going to do with this restoration process is replace that missing tip of the tail. Right here, some of the 3D modeling software I used. You can see I'm just kind of going down the modeling tree from showing from where it started with the different extrudes and cuts and so on and so forth to get to that model tree. I had nothing to go by, so I was just using a set of calipers and a picture that I could find online. We threw it on one of my buddy's 3D printers, and here we are. We have it in hand, and we are going to start painting this here shortly. Turned out pretty good. Again, I had nothing to go by. I did not have the original tail tip, so again, I just had to use some calipers and a picture I found online that gave me a little bit of a scale idea. But with all that said, we're going to be jumping right into it. And just like before in the previous video with the Pokemon, we are using that Rose Art, the cheap acrylic paint. You can get it, Amazon, get it at Walmart, get it at, your local hobby stores. Just cheap acrylic paint. But I've always had really good luck with it. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to do a base coat of white to prime. And if I remember, I will put up a link in the description of the video to show you where I got these like little airbrush clips from. I actually have 2 sets I got off of Amazon. These here that have a like metal base, a heavy weighted metal base. And then I also got some that you put in a parts tree so you can hold on to them yourself, or you can set them to the side, or you can put them in the base tree. But again, I'll try to remember to put the link up in case you're interested in these. If I forget, just leave a comment and then I will add it later on. So I decided to go with white, a base white prime again on this part here, because I wanted the red to come out kind of vibrant. I needed it to be kind of bright. As you can see, the base coat of the Zord itself is quite a vibrant red. So I figured that white primer base would really help bring out the red more. So just trying to get a match. I know it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to get as close as I can because, again, these are just for the collection. for my son and myself, and getting as close as we can to look as good as we can. It's going to take a couple coats to get the red to the finish that I want from it, but I just want to throw it out there and say again, because these are those cheaper like Rose Art acrylic paints, whenever you see me mixing the paints and such, I'm simply using water to thin them down to get them to the airbrush consistency that I want. And it's kind of a go by sight and feel thing for me. I don't have a ratio or anything like that. I've just used this stuff for so much. I can usually tell by how it's dripping or running down the side of the cup or dripping off of my popsicle stick I use to stir it, that I can tell that it is going to, mix and spray the way that I want it to. Awesome. This is pretty much going to wrap it up, and from here I'm just going to put a little bit of clear on it to get that red acrylic sealed in there good. I am leaving the a good bit of time between rounds to let the paint get dried up. But here you can see that it's all finished up. This is after I let it cure for about a day because we want to be able to get it installed on the Zord itself. So again, the colors here look really good. It's not perfect, like I said, but it's considering it's a completely different material, and the fact that I tried to match it, it turned out good. But again, it is modeled to look like the original tail that was included. But again, I had nothing to go by other than picture references. I had to measure it up with calipers and so on to get the design, but very happy with how it turned out. So we're gonna go ahead and get that thing installed. We're gonna take the screw out of the end of the tail there, and that's just so we can partially separate it. And then that tail will be able to slide right in, and then I'm going to just kind of clip the ends of it around those little mounting points that come out on each side that fit in those cutout holes. And as you can see, this is the first time that I'm actually dry fitting it, which is of course after painting. I should have probably done it first to make sure it would fit, but whenever I held it up to it, it looked like it would. So we're going to run that screw back in, and I have to say, while it may not be perfect, it's pretty close. I mean, it's going in there, it's looking good. It folds both ways as it should, because it's supposed to fold back like that whenever you turn the Megazord. Then you're supposed to be able to fold it back in just to be the tip of the tail whenever it's in the normal Tyrannosaurus Zord mode, such as you see here. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, what we're doing here, what I pointed out there was a little bit of a rub off on the paint on the head of the Tyrannosaurus. So I've had these paint pens here for a while, and I've used them for some touch-ups on various hobbies, models, and things like that I've done before I launched this channel. I've come to really like these, and again, I'll try to remember to put the link up in the description of this video so you can get a set if it's something that you're looking into. If not, or if I forget, just remind me in the comment section. I'll get those put up for you. But again, just really nice little touch-up paint pens. They work out really good, and that's just kind of what I'm going through here. That's pretty much going to sum it up for this video, everyone, with basically replacing and painting the tail and doing some touch-up painting. I really wanted to cover putting the replacement decals on this Zord as well for this episode. However, and unfortunately, those decals got delayed in shipping, so I'm waiting on those to arrive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the decal replacement in one of the other Zord videos, because like I said, we're going to cover each individual Zord all the way up to being able to build the Megazord on this channel. This is just part one of about, I'm going to say probably about 5 different part videos series for this channel. But overall, happy with how it turned out. And again, we will be, I'll be showing this at the end of one of the other videos whenever we're replacing the decals. So you'll get to see that getting finished up as well. But considering how this thing started, whenever I first received it, like the pictures I showed you, to where we got it now, I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this episode 1 of a 5-part series. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers on this new channel of mine. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, thank you each and every one of you that come and check out the videos, and we'll catch you on the next episode.